Here's a situation that I haven't commented on yet, and it's fairly serious. It has now been confirmed that a second diplomat from the DPRK has defected. At first, it was a diplomat in the UK that left his office and defected over after having been approached by intelligence agencies. Now, a second one has defected in Russia after who knows what, because that information hasn't been revealed yet. But it is acknowledged that a second diplomat has defected from the DPRK. So the question is now, why is this happening? What's going on? Well, the DPRK, they claim that the first guy was being recalled back to the country in order to face charges for having raped a 13-year-old girl. Now, whether or not that's true would come out in a criminal case, so we don't know. But here's what I think. I think what's going on here is that, normally diplomats and people like that have a 4 to 5 year career in their foreign postings, and then they get called back and assigned something else. A lot of these guys had reached their 4 or 5 year limit, both of them. Now, I suspect that a lot of the people who had been assigned by song-thaek, you'll recall, he was the guy who was executed for being a traitor, not too long ago. He was Kim Jong-un's uncle. He appointed people to positions, and I believe what's happening is that those people who were allied to song-thaek are the people that are defecting once they're being recalled back to the DPRK. Now, the DPRK isn't saying this, but this is what I think this is about. I think it's those who were allied to song-thaek who had already been given those positions. Now their time is up, and they're going to be recalled back. Now, you remember, it's only been, a couple of years since, it's been about 4 or 5 years, somewhat, since Kim Jong-il died. And anybody who was around during the cabinet shuffle, if they got assigned to a foreign post, their time would be up right about now, and they would start being called back. And I believe those that were allied to song-thaek, who may or may not be guilty of anything, but they were at least allied to a traitor in his faction within the government, would probably not be facing a very good time once they got back to the DPRK. They'd probably be fired or some kind of situation like that, or maybe even moved to a post that they didn't like. But that's what I think is going on here, and I don't think it's as simple as people with really great jobs just defecting, because that doesn't make any sense. You would understand people who were poor and marginalized, people who didn't have enough to eat would do something like that. But for high-ranking people to do it, there has to be something more, probably something politically motivated in order for them to leave like that. And I believe that's what's going on. The people who were probably assigned posts by song-thaek, who did have the power to do so, or people who were at least allied to him, are now being recalled back to their positions and being replaced with people who are loyal to Kim Jong-un. Well, of course you would want people in those very sensitive positions that are allied to you, and not people that are allied to a guy who was trying to overthrow you or sabotage you. But that's what I think happened. And I think we're probably never going to have all the real answers to the situation, but this is what I think is going on. Thank you for watching. Want to go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you can head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.